If you know, you know. And if you know Eddie Hearn, then you know what time it is. Whenever Eddie Hearn makes a comment, he either contradicting himself or exposing himself and leaving himself vulnerable for counters. So Eddie Hearn came out stating that if Joshua fights Andy Ruiz in the UK, is actually added pressure. Because if he loses in the US, then there's an excuse to why he lost, because the fans gonna say, oh, he should have fought him in the UK, where he could get a hometown advantage, judges advantage, referee advantages, and more importantly, supplement advantages. Now, the reason I say that, when Eddie Hearn stated there's gonna be added pressure if Joshua fights in the UK, because there's no excuse to why he lost, he meant there's gonna be added supplements if he fights in the UK, which gives him a better chance of winning. So if he loses in the UK, after he takes the supplements that he could get away with, then there's no excuse at all. So what Team Anthony Joshua wants is not a fair, even playing field. And we all know that's the case, because Eddie Hearn came out and stated the reason Dillian Whyte got a pass to fight Oscar Rivas after failing 2 drug tests, because when he had a meeting with the British Board of Boxing Control, the reason why he took steroids and they still allowed the fight to continue is because he applied for supplement exemptions. So basically what that tells me is that you could get away with taking steroids and still be eligible to fight in the UK. And that's straight out of Eddie Hearn's mouth. So don't hate the messenger, hate the message. Now, we know Anthony Joshua had supplement exemptions on more than one occasion. And Dillian Whyte stated that in the past. And Big Baby Miller said that they allow him to get away with taking a lot of supplements in the UK. And that's why he was taking steroids in the US, because he wanted to be on an even playing field. And that's why Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua wants to fight in the UK so bad, so they could get away with taking certain supplements and get away with it. Because it don't make no sense if the Zone wants to fight in the US. If Eddie Hearn, out of his own mouth, there's more money in the US for the rematch than the UK. So why you want the fight in the UK so bad if he could get an excuse if he loses in the US again? Which that's completely BS. I mean, he already a laughing stock in the US market as it is, getting knocked out the first time, and imagine getting knocked out twice. So Anthony Joshua is not even the world champion. He's a continent champion, because he can't win a fight outside of the UK. As soon as he stepped on the US land, he ended up getting knocked out and sent back home. And that's why they locked up A$AP Rocky. That's why they knocked out future Bodyguard in the UK. It's all for revenge. They can't do it in the ring, so they had to do it outside of the ring to innocent bystanders. Now, it don't make no sense why Eddie Hearn keep pushing the narrative of him winning the fight in the UK when Anthony Joshua claimed he wants the rematch in the US, when it's more money in the US. But it do make sense. They want to have all the advantages, and more importantly, they want to take certain supplements. Now, I'm going to drop another video on Eddie Hearn talking about Dillian Whyte's situation and him making up lies and excuses, trying to cover up the fact that he allowed a cheater to get in the ring. And I even heard they even cheated using certain gloves. So we'll get to that on another video. Stay on the lookout for that. And like I always say, subscribe below if you're trying to get smart about a minute. If you're trying to get dumb about a second, don't listen to Eddie Hearn and his casual fans. And Andy Ruiz, you better not go to the UK.